Hello everyone. Our next topic is nature of principles of management. In last class we had discussed what do you mean by principles of management. Now we need to discuss what is its nature, how we can set our principles, how we can form our policies. It all depends on following points. First of all, universal applicability. What do you mean by universal applicability is here? Universal applicability simply means that whatever the principles or policies you are going to form, it should be applicable on your whole organization. It can't be based on your only on single staff or single employee or single individual person. It can be followed by all the organizations employees as well as their branches or departments. It can be followed by multiple organizations also. So you need to follow your principles, made your principles on the basis to know about each and every one individual's aspect. You can't force any principle on some particular individual only. Okay, read that. They can be applied in all type of organizations, business as well as non-businesses, small as well as large, manufacturing as well as service sector. Now let's discuss about these points. Whenever you set principles of management, first of all, before you are going further, you must know that management is required in all case of organization, whether it is profit oriented or it is non-profit oriented, non-government organization, manufacturing organization, service organization, all kind of organizations required management. How do you think like that in case of non-profit organizations they don't require any management? My dear friends, if they don't require any management, then the availability of funds, whatever they are getting from donations or whatever they are getting from any receipts, any membership fees, they all should be distributed to their personal individuals as well as their trust, and they don't have knowledge about how much amount should be given to which person and when. So to stop this fraud or to stop this scam, we need to manage the organizational skills. We need to know how much amount we get. This amount should be allocated in different individuals, whom got how many amounts, as well as when I did allotted some amount and for what purpose I had allotted to them. Same like in case of manufacturing organization, management is also required, whether raw material is timely produced, timely we bought the raw material, as well as timely raw material produced. If timely produced, it can be timely marketed and then sold. It can be turnover, it can be received, the cash should be received, as well as cash or bank or credit or whatever the form of organization's funds receipts are came or not come. Okay, so in case of all kind of organizations, management is must. We need management to run our organization, whether it is service motive, profit motive, non-profit motive, manufacturing or etc. Same in case of our principles also. Whatever the principles we are following or we are doing or we are preparing some principles of an organization, it can't belong to a single organization only. It can be followed on multiple organizations as well as many person of same organization. Okay. Our next point is general guidelines. Principles of management are general guidelines. That is, all the principles of management should be formed as per general guidelines, general rule and regulations of the organization. They can't be formed for any specific guidelines or for any specific person. They have to be followed with the generally with the organization. They are general guidelines to action which however does not provide ready-made solutions as the business environment is very changing or dynamic. Means in this case we need to follow all the kind of principles which can be changed. It can't be fixed that this principle should be followed and only this principle should be followed. We have to follow many principles, we have to change our policies, we have to change our guidelines, all depends on circumstances to circumstances. Okay, so that's why our principles should be based on general guidelines, whatever generally accepted in the organization, whatever the generally accepted in the industry, that principle should be followed. Next is formed by practice and experimentation. Whenever we are trying to set any principle, then we are getting how we can set the principle, or what are the further opportunities, further losses we can face, what are the action or what are the end result whenever our principle or policy goes like this, then these all principles should be followed or managed as well as created with the help of experience and experimentation. How? Whenever you get an experiment and experiment and experiment, then you will got two options. Either you got fail with your experiments as well as another one is you got failed with your experiments. Now if suppose if you got failed with your experiments, then you know this process can't be decided or can't be used to achieve my targets or achieve my task. Okay. Thereafter, but if you got success with your experiments, then what is the main criteria you are going through? That yes, this is the right formula, this is the right strategy, I can achieve our target. It all depends on us to daily life basis also. As in, suppose for our parents give us money to buy some things for a household purpose. Now for this amount, let's say 5,000 amount they are given to us. Now from this amount we took two decisions, either to purchase things from where I got the chance, I got the thing and I should purchase the thing. I don't know irrelevance of the price, whatever the price, I will purchase that thing. And second option is that I have to suffer, I have to roam in the market, I will check from which shop I can buy these things, from which shop I can negotiate the amount, as well as from which shop I can save or I can earn the money or I can save or give it back to my parents. It all depends on the decision of the person. Same thing applies on our principles of management's nature, as in you have to do experiment with every principle, whether to this principle should be applicable at universally or not. Is it not applicable on universally, then what changes or what new things I need to be added. Okay, read that. They are developed after through research work on the basis of experiences of managers. For example, know about how to reduce idle time of workers is totally based on the experience of managers. Let's discuss this example. In case of organizations, big organizations I must say, there are lots of workers doing work, as well as there are very idle time they required. They need to reduce their idle time. Now it's company's policy how they will reduce their idle time. For example, let's give some examples of how they can reduce your idle time. First, whenever your workers feel slow or feels demotivated, you need to entertain them, or you need to ask them, or you need to follow them, or you need to motivate them so that they get back to work as well as give you best production and best their achievements and best targets. Another example we can take, whenever the employee wants or worker wants an idle time to take rest, then ask him to do rest, but also ask him that whenever you come, just you do the double efforts as before. As in, for example, in morning 10 to 12 you had produced only 200 units. Now whenever you come after the break or after the lunch or after your idle time, after the rest, for example he will come at 1 p.m, then management should ask him that now you had completed your rest, now you need to prepare at least 250 or 300 products. Ask him to do more, ask him to do qualitative time, ask him to do some good thing, ask him to do some knowledgeable thing, ask him to do to train himself or herself, so that our experiences as well as our production will become good. Next, flexible. Here the same thing what I told you, that principles can't be fixed for any organization or any situation, I must say. Principles can be changed or can be universally applicable, but they all should be changed whenever required. Whenever it requires that government policies should be changed, then you change your principles or policies according to them. Whenever you think technology has changed, then change your principles or policies according to that technology. So principles can't be remain fixed, it can be flexible, it can be changed whenever required, which can be modified by the practicing manager as per the demands of the situation. Whenever you required that this principle should be changed, then you need to have such decisions. Mainly behavioral. Okay, yes, principles are generally behavioral, means they are to be in human touch or they are based on the human behavior also. so that all the employees of that organization will work as per that principle or guidelines. Principles aim at influencing human behavior. They are behavioral in nature. The next is what? Cause and effect relationship. Okay, what do you mean by cause and effect relationship? Cause and effect relationship simply means that same kind of principle is applicable at all kind of similar organizations, similar situations, similar experiences. Same kind of principles can be followed and managed. These intend to establish relationship between cause and effect so that they can be used in similar situations. Yes. Next, example. In case of emergency situation, it is desirable that someone takes charge and others just follow. But in situations like setting up a new factory, then more participative approach to decision making would be advisable. Let's discuss these two organizations. Okay, there is two different examples. First example is that let's say we all heard about the company's name, that is Apple. Okay, whenever in the history of Apple, the Apple goes down and down, and it shows the negative cash flows, negative worth, then they hired as in Steve Jobs as in their CEO, Chief Executive Officer. But for your kind information, initially that particular person's guidance, particular person's policies also failed in Apple history. But later on, whenever he applied some good, his principles, knowledge, experience, then he is the only person who brings from Apple this to this. Apple moves from downwards to upwards. Steve Jobs is the person from whom all the guidelines and all the policies are manageable and easily trustable. It all belongs with your first example, that is in case of emergency you need to follow only a single person or only that person who is experienced, who is an expert. जैसा जैसा वो बोले करो, whatever he want to say you बस just do it. Okay, so that our organization will grow in such a beautifully manner. Other situation we will take, suppose you are setting up a startup organization or setting up a factory. Now what you think, only single person can set up that factory or that particular startup? No, my dear friends. In this case, you need to be participative with your employees, with your workers, with your seniors, with your colleagues, so that you get a good decision, good policies, how to do a work, how to frame a policies. You will get to know about all the participative thinkings, about all the ideas. Then only you can decide how to do and where to do, when to do. It all shows that participative nature means you have to participate with your team members, colleagues, supporters, seniors, juniors, so that you will get good ideas and know how to run your own business. Okay, our next principle is contingent. What does this mean, contingent, in our principles? Contingent means that all the things which in our principle is applicable depends upon prevailing situation at a particular point of time. Means particular point of time as in for the particular time you have to decide this principle, or for this goal we have to follow this kind of principle. But whenever my goal achieved, now I have to change my principle, I have to change my policies. But if my current policy or principle is able to do our work, next task, next goal, then we can able to solve this principle as well as we can continue this principle also. This is not a one time process or a stop going process that do for only for achieving your targets or goals, but you need to follow your principles on the basis of your experience. Whether your principles or experiences or experiments are going successful, then just go on, or else try to change or form different principles. Example, while deciding salary and promotion of an employee, we have to check employee contribution given in the organization, paying capacity of the employer, etc. In case of deciding employee's salary, what the organizations decided, how we can give him salary or how we can give him rewards, how we can promote him, how we can give him bonus. There are some certain deciding factors like how many times he came in the office, how much his best contribution he gave to office, how much the targets achieved by him in the particular given time period, how the resources utilized by him, either resources utilized are efficiently and effectively or not, is he doing the job or is he doing the job in a cost effective manner or not, is he maintaining or producing or maximizing our profits or not, as well as is he already motivated and supported his team leader or not. We will see some this kind of criteria of things, so that we can reward him as a salary, bonus, promotion and so many things. Okay, thank you.